The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the PIA Lunch and Learn webinar, talking about the digital marketing programs that we put together for members of the PIA Wisconsin. My name is Mike Peterson. I'm with Insurance Marketing Partners, and today what we want to do is introduce to you a couple of strategies that independent insurance agents can use to help promote their agency through digital marketing. Before we get started here, I just want to make sure that everyone can hear and see what it is that we are broadcasting. I have Mandy with the PIA out in the other room here, serving as a proxy, if you will, so to make sure that people can see and hear properly. So before we get started here, Mandy, got a thumbs up? All right, perfect. With that, we're going to get things started here. First, a little bit of housekeeping as to what we need to, and of course, my clicker's not working here, so pardon my reach here. There we go. All right, a bit of housekeeping. This is a GoToWebinar. It's a listen-only program, so hopefully you all can hear very well. We are broadcasting a webcam in addition to the screen. So you should be able to adjust your screen left to right to either listen to me talk and watch the PowerPoint presentation itself, or if you wish to, you can just open up the webcam part and watch the screen here with me and watch the webcam live here. So it is a GoToWebinar. If this little panel here is in the way, just hit the little red button. It'll slide off to the side of the screen. Also, because this is listen only, if you have any questions, there's this question dialog box in the panel here where you can just type in the question. We'll try to notice them as they come up and address your questions at that time. If you don't see this opened up, just hit the little plus sign next to questions and you should be able to see that. Again, the recording is available and we'll send out a link to the recording once we're finished. So a little bit about Insurance Marketing Partners. We're a digital marketing agency, and a digital marketing agency is just a marketing agency that does things through digital means. And so that's social, it's things online, it's email, newsletter, websites, and so forth like that. Our job is to work with, help the independent insurance agent. That is our mission here, is helping independent insurance agents market their products and services and stuff against the competitors, the direct writers and captive agents. Myself, I've been around for a long time, been a member and participating in the PIA here in Wisconsin for a number of years. My background is a bit of software development. I worked for a number of years with a company called MI Assistant Software. You might have recognized that name, or myself in that capacity. But I'm also a licensed agent and keep up with the insurance industry. So the problem, what is the problem here we're trying to solve? The problem we're trying to solve is every time we turn on the TV, we see ads like this one with Farmers Insurance, ads like this one with Allstate Insurance, ads like this one where she lost her favorite car named Brad. And I think every time I see that commercial, I want to turn the channel. I'm sick of that one there. And we got State Farm, we have American Family, we have the General telling us you can get us insurance in 30 minutes. And of course we got our beloved Flo in there telling us to go online. So at the end of the day, you probably feel a little bit like David and trying to beat up on Goliath here and try to win that war. Problem is you're all independent insurance agents, you're all small businesses, and you don't have a big marketing department. About 15 miles north of where I am right now, American Family has a gigantic big building full of people working on marketing full-time just to market that company's wares. So what we're going to do today is give you the slingshot, if you will, that David needed to slay Goliath and compete with that. So our solution, what we're going to talk about today are two things, and that's using Google Local and Facebook. We call these our search and social marketing programs here. They are available to small businesses. They're affordable to small businesses. You can do this on your own without the program if you so wish. The advantage that you guys have, that the nationals don't have, is that you're local. You're local to your communities. You're local to the people you serve. And if you're given the chance to go out for dinner, use a professional service of any sort, I think most of us would agree that dealing with someone local you can talk to and that you can trust is the benefit or the advantage that you folks have here. Before we talk about the programs themselves, though, I want to just back up a step and just talk about marketing in general and what's available to you as an agent. There's a number of different marketing channels out there, and for a number of years, you've been using this one right here. It's called the traditional channel. The traditional channel is all your analog marketing. It is your direct mail. It is getting on the phone. It's meeting and greeting and shaking hands and participating in your community. It's all that sort of stuff, and a lot of that stuff has worked well over the years. A lot of agencies were built upon that type of marketing. However, today there's other channels available to the agent. Okay? And what we have here are 4 additional channels, and these are all digital channels. What we're doing is we're putting together a search marketing program that throws in a couple of these channels, or uses a couple of these channels. One is search. It's Google search, it's Bing search, it's Yahoo search, whatever you want to use for a search engine. But when people start the purchase process, when they're starting to look for a product or service, they start out often in search. So we'll talk about that today. The search program also has an email component to where we do newsletters for your agency, reaching out to your customers, letting them know that you're around throughout the year, educating them about insurance, managing risk, safety, things of that sort. The other program we're going to talk about today is the social marketing program. The social marketing program uses the social channel. It uses Facebook. We're building LinkedIn pages and so forth. We also have a paid component, paid advertising. Paid advertising can be done through Google, Google AdWords, Google Ad Display, but it can also be done on Facebook, and that's part of the social program that we're going to talk about. The second marketing concept that we're going to talk about or keep in mind today is the fact that not everyone is ready to buy today. And you cannot be out there in their face marketing, asking them to buy from you all the time. And you need to be cognizant of the fact that to begin with in the marketing funnel, there's the phase of awareness. Some people don't know you exist. As much as you think the whole town knows about your agency, or the whole county or surrounding area knows about you as an agent, that's not necessarily true. So some of the things that we do in these programs, is specifically focused on awareness, getting more people familiar with who you are and what you do before asking them for the sale. Second, I'm going to back up here. Second phase here, consideration. After people know who you are, you don't, again, want to go right to the close saying, will you buy insurance from me? Can I quote your business? You want to meet them and greet them. Introduce your brand to them. Let them begin to know you a little better, trust you a little bit more, and like you. Once they know and like and trust you, then it's time you can move on to the point of conversion. And there certainly are things in the program that's focused right on conversion, which is asking them for the opportunity to write their business. Once you write person's business, it doesn't stop there. With marketing, it's something you do day in, day out, week in and week out throughout the year. And that's not only bringing new people into the funnel here and trying to sell them, but it's managing your current book of business. It's consideration, or excuse me, it's loyalty. Loyalty is a lot like consideration. Once they buy from you, keep your name in front of them. Keep reminding them who you are, what you do for them, and what the benefits of the independent insurance agency system is. That'll help your retention. And for those for those customers that are not only loyal, but they're fans of you and your business, they're becoming advocates. And advocacy is the final stage. With advocacy, we're doing things here to where they're liking, commenting, sharing things of yours on Facebook, for example. They're going online and giving you online reviews, telling others about the services you provide. We're also asking them to refer business to you, of course. So that is the marketing funnel we subscribe to here, and the programs consider each of these phases and move people from one section to the next depending on where they're at. So with that, the search marketing program. Search marketing program is all about leveraging Facebook. Facebook is something that very few of us heard about 10 years ago. In fact, 10 years ago, probably very few of you were on there at all. But over the time here, it is not a fad. It is something that is going to stick around. It's not that it might always be Facebook. It could be some other program or some other platform in the future. But for right now, Facebook has a lock on it, and you work with what is out there. And talking about Facebook, why Facebook specifically? Well, the New York Times had an article out not too long ago that quoted some statistics from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. I thought they were interesting. The amount of time in a day that people spend in social events, on average, 4 minutes. The amount of time each day they spend exercising, on average, 17. Some of us that don't quite exercise 17, and of course there's those that exercise a bit more. Reading, 19 minutes. Facebook, 50. Okay, so think about that. Just stopping right there. People are on Facebook 2 to 3 times more than they exercise or read, or more time than they exercise and read combined. You can, if you're on Facebook, you get home at night, you sit down on the couch, you see what's going on during the day, or maybe on lunch breaks and stuff like that, you can understand. Other things, eating and drinking, 1 hour, TV, 2.5 hours. So Facebook, that's why we're on Facebook. That's why we're using Facebook. Facebook isn't a fad. It isn't this thing over here that some people do. On average, there's 70 plus, it's about 72, 73% of U.S. adults are on the internet. Of those that are on the internet, 70+% are on Facebook. And overall, Facebook is taking up 50 minutes of our time each day. So it's a better medium to market to people than it is to use the newspaper and, of course, yellow pages and so forth. Why Facebook? Again, it's a 50 minutes a day. That's why we're there. So with this program, what we do is we start out building a Facebook page for your agency. Most of you probably already have one, if not more than one, Facebook page for your agency. You took a run at it a year ago, 2 years, 3 years ago. You started this page. Maybe someone else in the office has done the same thing. What we do is we claim the pages that are out there, merge duplicate pages, dress it up, and build a page professionally for you. It's not just the background images and the logos and so forth. It's all of the settings that are behind the scenes as to who can post to your page, what they can post to your page, what they can upload, who can see your page, who can't see your page. Those are all important factors in having a successful Facebook page to begin with. We also build a LinkedIn page for your business. In this program, we're not using the LinkedIn platform for marketing. It can be used. We'll certainly educate you on how you can use it if you want to use that as well. But the one thing these pages do is they give your business a home on these social networks. We as individuals have profile pages on Facebook. This is a Facebook page for the business. We as individuals have LinkedIn profiles talking about our work history, where we went to school, who we're connected to. This is a home for your agency on LinkedIn. Now, with Facebook, before things get started with marketing on Facebook, you need to build a page and you got to get people to like the page. And this has been a challenge for a lot of agents for many years now. A few things we'll help you with here is making sure you come up with a good email signature, a clean one that people can read, that has a call to action, such as give us a Facebook review or like us on Facebook. Many of you have been doing that already, I'm sure. Another thing we'll be doing is teaching you how you can invite your personal friends to like your page on Facebook. If you're the principal and you're on Facebook and you have 200 plus friends, there's a simple way in which you can go in and invite people to like your Facebook page. You can have your agents do this. You can have your CSRs do this. Whoever's connected to your agency that's on Facebook that is comfortable doing that. But that's another way we can get people to like your page. There are many other ways. One, for example, is advertising. Facebook has an advertising mechanism to it. And how this works is we can put together ads that show up on desktop, that show up on mobile, that show up on the right-hand column of Facebook. And these ads are not targeting or blanketing people, say, everyone on Facebook. We can target people, say, everybody in your town if you're in a small town. But if you're an agency here in Madison, it'd be a tremendous waste of money to try to get everybody in Madison to like your Facebook page. So Facebook allows you to create what's called a custom audience. And what we'll do for you is we'll create a custom audience of the people that you insure. How we do that is we take the email addresses out of your management system, upload them to Facebook. They identify these people as being Facebook users, and they show these ads only to those folks. So you can imagine that if you're on Facebook, which we're spending 50 minutes a day, and you're running along and all of a sudden you see your agent with a little ad saying, here's my name, Glass Insurance Center, and yada, 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 and there's a little like our page button. Are you going to like the page? Well, if they're your agent, you probably are going to like your page. So this is a very, very inexpensive, and I'm talking like 10 bucks expensive way to get people to like your page. So once we've got a number of the people who you ensure to like your page, then we can start marketing to them on Facebook. What we do is we put together social content each month for you. We target the people who like your page. In other words, this stuff here is for the people who like your page, who are your customers. Okay? The objective with what we're doing here is not to sell them anything. They're already your customers. So what we're going to do is we're going to install loyalty and advocacy. We're going to be keeping our name, our brand, in front of our customers throughout the year. From time to time, we may ask them to give us a review. We may ask them for a referral. We may put out posts about safety, about pride of ownership, about mitigating risk, and so forth like that, because they would expect that from their insurance agent. But for the most part, it's, Happy Veterans Day. It's 4th of July. It's Merry Christmas. It's messages like this talking to your customers. We put together 15 pieces of content. We brand all the images for you. We post it for you. So this is really a turnkey solution. And the budget for this is $15. Later on, you'll see the pricing for the product here. We have a certain price for just administrating it and performing the duties and so forth like that. And we just have you pay Facebook directly for the advertising. And the reason for this is each agency may want a different budget for advertising. But with 15 pieces of content and a few hundred people that like your page, a $1 boost per piece of content targeting the people who like your page is enough. And that's going to be $15 per month. Next thing here is Facebook ads. So we're targeting the people who like your page for the purpose of loyalty and advocacy and so forth like that. We're targeting prospects with Facebook ads. The Facebook ads are going to show up in desktop. They're going to show up in mobile. The ads even are going to show up in apps on your phone. Okay, so whether it be a game that you're playing, a crossword puzzle or whatever have you that way, maybe a social app of some sort. We've all seen these things at the top of your phone screen. We're going to be marketing there as well. Target audience, there's prospects. Who is a prospect for your agency? You get to define who a prospect for your agency is. Typically, however, it's people within 5 miles or 10 miles or maybe 25 miles of your agency, depending on if you're urban or rural. You might target people who are age 25 and older to eliminate those living at home or those still in school. You might target people who are homeowners or renters or one or the other, or first-time home buyers. We can set up, again, a target audience of prospects on Facebook to show these ads to. The objective with these ads here is not loyalty, it's not advocacy, it's awareness. It's introducing new people to your brand and who you are and what you do. It's conversion. It's asking people, go here, learn more, come to our website. The content for these ads is not about Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. The content here is about insurance. We're marketing insurance. We're letting people know your agency sells insurance. Here are the benefits of an independent insurance agent. We can save you money. We have many companies that we represent and so forth. All of these ads are called click-to-website ads. Obvious reason is you click on the ad, it's going to take them to your website. If you have a landing page for car insurance or a quote page, or maybe it's just the home page of your website, these ads are going to drive traffic to your agency website, creating more opportunity for them then to fill out the form, pick up the phone, or at a minimum, be introduced to who you are and what you do. The budget, the Facebook budget for this part of the program is $30 per month. That's $1 a day. So some months it's going to be $1 more, a couple months, or 1 month there will be a couple dollars less. But it's $1 a day, and with $1 a day you can reach thousands of people in that target audience that you've defined. And with this each month, I'm guessing you're going to get north of 100 visits to your website. What they do on your website, of course, is another step in the process here. But this is creating awareness, it's creating traffic to your website, and giving you the opportunity to introduce your brand and sell those people. So the click-to-website ads. First of all, we don't just put together one ad and put it out there and run it. We have multiple ads. We have ads with different headlines. Some talk about the benefits of an independent insurance agent. Some will say compare and save. Some will say Lake Geneva's local insurance agency, whatever have you. We also have many different images. So it's a family on one ad, it's a mature couple on another, it's a young girl on another, and a young man on another, and so forth. So we're going to have like 6 different headlines running at one time, 6 different images. You can put different call to action button text in there for you. And if someone sees this ad and they don't yet like your page, then they can like your page. Because these ads here are targeting only people who don't already like your page. So in theory, the people who like your page, your customers, are not seeing these ads. These ads are showing to people who are prospects. So the program options, this is again for the social program here, is you can have a larger Facebook budget if you want. You can boost your posts for more than $1 each. I would say for most of the agencies, at least those that we've worked with so far, you don't need to do that. You can increase your ad spend to be more than $1 a day. There, it all is a matter of how big of a net are you going to cast. Is it 10 miles from my agency, 25 miles from my agency? The more people you're going to target, the more money you may want to spend. But you're going to get a good few thousand ads per month and 100 or more at least visits to your website for $1 a day. The option again to run that like campaign to get more people to like your thing, that's something I suggest everybody do, and it's going to cost you $10 or less. All right, so that is the, one more thing that we have included in here, and that's a monthly webinar. It's a webinar like the one we have today, and what we do is once a month we talk about what's new in the world of digital marketing. We might talk about social, we might talk about, back up here, we might talk about search, we might talk about social or digital strategies, and sometimes it's just a training to remind you what you should be doing yourselves to get more people to like your page, to monitor the activity on your page, and so forth. So that's the the social program. Next is the search marketing program. The social program, I call it a little bit of a passive advertising or passive marketing program, because again, we're putting ads out there, we're targeting people within, say, a 10-mile radius of your office, age 25, and they're a homeowner, married, maybe something like that. But not all those people are in the market for a new agent. You're putting your brand out there, you're introducing yourself, and when the time comes, upon renewal, upon some life event that makes them shop for insurance, they're going to be aware of who you are. Or maybe they're just paying too much and they want to see what else is out there. So that's a passive, if you will say, marketing strategy, to where if you hit the right person at the right time, you're going to get a bite there. And that's going to be the people that click on ads and go to your website. However, when people have an event in their life and they're looking for a new insurance agent, they might get referred to your agency by their brother or a friend. They might see an ad on the interstate. They might hear something on the radio. But still, 75% of people, when it comes down to shopping for insurance, they still go here. They go to Google. They do a search. And why do they do that? They just want to check you out. They want to see what else is out there. Even though your name is something that's been introduced to them, they go to Google and start to search here. And this is where things can fall off the rails a bit. If, for example, someone refers someone to your agency and they Google insurance Janesville or something like that, they're going to get a result that looks something like this. First of all, they're going to see ads up on top here. These ads are called AdWords through Google, and you pay good money to be up here, to be above the what's called organic results. But right above these ads, or right below these ads here, is what's called a local search result. A local search result has been around for a number of years now, and what this is when Google believes that the searcher's intent is to look for something local. We just ordered lunch here a little bit ago. If I wanted to type in sandwich shop that delivers, I want to know someone that delivers in the south side of Madison. I don't want to know about some great sandwich shop in Milwaukee or Minneapolis. I want to know someone that's local to me here. And the same thing happens with insurance searches. In this case here, insurance agency Lake Geneva, insurance agency near me, car insurance agent. Those things are going to trigger what's called the local search result, which looks like this today. It's changed over the years, but today it's pretty much locked in as this. It's a little map. It's going to show 3 results. Okay? If you're one of those 3, then you got a chance of someone calling you. If you're not one of those 3, there's a good chance they're going to call one of these three ahead of you, and you may not get the call at all. So you want to be in the search result, in the top three. This, of course, is going to be much easier if you're a small agency, or excuse me, an agency in a smaller rural area than you are in a more populous area. But you don't assume that. And depending on who the searcher is, and depending on what they type in here, you're going to get different results. So you could type in car insurance agent near me and auto insurance agency near me, and you're going to probably get different results. Home insurance, again, different results. So you need to optimize your website and the other things we're going to talk about here a bit for more than one type of term. So how do you get your agency to show up in here? Well, it starts out with your website. You need to have a decent website, because all the traffic to your website, if it's not a good one, it's all a waste of money. If they come to your website, it's not mobile friendly, they can't see it, they can't read it, they can't find a phone number, or it doesn't come up at all, something's wrong with it. Or if it looks like you built it yourself, chances are they're going to hit the back button and go to another one if they can't read it. Okay? So what we do is we start out with a website review. We run a scan of your website here and put together a review. We get online with you and we go through it step by step, letting you know what are the things that you can do to your website to make it more friendly in Google search and more friendly for the customers that are visiting your website. Some of these things out here are going to be very easy to fix, inexpensive to fix, and they make a big difference. Other things are going to be expensive to fix and they make a little bit of difference. So we'll point out the low-hanging fruit, the things that you can do your website to make it better, and both from Google standpoint and visitors. The second thing we do in this program here is we set up and manage what's called your Google My Business account. Google My Business is kind of the home for your business as far as Google is concerned. In a Google My Business account, we make sure your name, your address, your phone number, your website, your hours of operation, your parking options, the languages you speak, all that sort of stuff is set up, it's accurate, it's complete. That you have your logo, you have images of your business in there and so forth. All these things, as minor as they might sound, are very important. Consistency is important, making sure your name is Glass Insurance Center and not Glass Insurance Agency or just plain old Glass Insurance or AF Glass. Number of variations there. We want to make sure they're all the same. What this does is it controls how you show up in maps, where you show up in maps, if you show up in maps. It also controls what's called the knowledge panel over here. Knowledge panel is what, there's a picture, a map, your name, whether you're open or not, click to call, visit my website, directions to my agency. All those things are driven by Google My Business. And finally, the Google Plus page for your business is driven by this as well. The Google Plus page is where people can give you online reviews on Google. Next thing we do in this program, as I mentioned a moment ago, it's important that your name, your address, your phone number, your website, your hours of operation, all of those things are accurate, complete, and consistent. Okay? And so we start you out with, and this is included in the program's subscription, what's called Moz Local. And Moz Local takes the information that we give them, they distribute it to Superpages, Axiom, Newscar Localese, Factual, and a couple others there. These are big data warehouses that supply information to YP.com, to Yelp, to Local.com, to HotFrog and Mojo Pages, and all these other places out there. The reason we do that is that we want to go in and make sure that all these little pages here, that your name, your address, your phone number are there, they're complete, we've got some images uploaded, your logo, things like that. And if we were to go into City Search and claim the page for you and make those corrections and go on to work on another one here, lo and behold, Info Group downloads a new data dump into City Search and overwrites the changes. This is where it can be very maddening if you're trying to do this yourself. But at the end of the day, all of these sites here and many others are all telling Google, and especially Google Local here, who you are and what you do. And if Google gets a lot of mixed signals as to, is your name AF Glass or is it Glass Insurance Center? Is it this P.O. box or this street address? Is it this local number, this toll-free number? If there's a lot of mixed signals, Google has a question, is this a real agency or not? Is it two different agencies or one agency? Not sure. Google wants to provide a good search experience for their customers, and so that's why having a consistent name, address, and phone number profile everywhere is an important factor to showing up in Google. So what we'll do is we'll start you out with the Moz local submission. Then we'll go out and claim those other pages, make sure they're clean and up to date. Online reviews. So online reviews is getting to be kind of like the new link to your website. Links to your website are still very important in regular search and local search. Don't want to dismiss that. But links can be bought, links can be made up. Links are hard for Google to monitor as to whether they're real or not. So you can kind of game the system, and Google realizes this, so I would say they're still respecting links, but they're tougher on them as to whether they are helping you or hurting you. But reviews is something that is hard to spoof or hard to make up, because reviews, whether they be on Google+, on Angie's List, on Yelp, on Facebook, you have to be logged in as a user. You need to identify yourself as a real person to give that review. And when Google sees that your business has a steady flow of reviews, it tells them that you are a legitimate business and you have real customers. If those reviews are good, it's telling you that people are happy with your business. But more important than anything is the fact that you get them, that you get a steady flow of reviews. And I would say Google+ reviews are probably the most important of all. So what we'll do is we'll put together email templates that with a click of your button or a double click on a desktop icon, it pulls up a pre-written letter saying, thank you for your business, we appreciate you choosing our agency, and if you would, we'd just love a review. For years, we've been taught as an agent to say, deliver the policy, and by the way, here are 5 business cards. I appreciate if you would share them with your friends and family. I work off of referrals, and it's important to me. And that's still a good thing to do, okay? But a lot of time those business cards get shoved in the drawer, and they don't see the light of day for a long time to come. What reviews are is something a little bit different. It's a public endorsement that I like this business, I do business with this person. And by asking them to do that in an email, they've already got the mouse in their hand, okay? All they have to do is slide down here and click, pick 5 stars, type a nice sentence about you, and they're done. They haven't imposed their opinion upon anyone specific. They haven't knocked on the door saying you should call this agent. It's a very comfortable thing for them to do. And if you create a process to where you're sending out thank yous, asking for reviews on any number of sites, that's a good business practice. There are other things that we're going to do with the reviews program as well to help you get more reviews. One of the things is with email newsletters. We send out newsletters for you. We create these newsletters. We put your logo up on top. We write an article each quarter about insurance with some links to your website. We have calls to action, which is forward this to a friend or leave us a review or visit us online or whatever have you. So every 3 months, every 90 days, your customers are getting touched by you through the way of this newsletter. And the newsletter not only keeps your brand in front of people, but it's an opportunity to ask for these things such as reviews. Status reports. So with this program, we actually not only do the work for you, but we provide you with updates. These are updated, these reports, every 30 days. At the end of the month, they're run, and they'll tell you, how are you doing as far as reviews? Are you getting more reviews each month? How are you doing with regards to search? Are you showing up for auto insurance, home insurance, and business insurance, and so forth? I'll give you those ranking reports, among a couple other reports there, but they're all online, available to you at the end of each month. So to recap what we've talked about today is that the problem is people are getting bombarded on TV and radio and magazines and everywhere else. You can't turn around. In fact, when I was just editing the slide deck last night, I had the TV in I was in the hotel room, I had the TV on in the background, and I bet you I heard 3 to 5 insurance ads just while I was just doing final edits on this thing right here. So the problem is people are getting bombarded by Allstate and Esurance and these other places all the time. And for you as a small business, as using an independent insurance agent, the way you can combat that is by using Facebook and a social platform and using Google+ as a local search platform. Again, the benefit that you have is you're local, you're somebody they can meet with, somebody they can talk eye to eye with and shake hands with. So what we're going to do with the social package here is we're going to set up a Facebook and LinkedIn page for your agency or claim those that have already been created, merge them, clean them up, and so forth like that. We're going to set up Facebook ads for you and manage them for you. We're going to create and post 15 pieces of content each month for you, and we're going to provide you with a marketing webinar. This is giving you a good solid social marketing base for any agency. The cost on this program, there's a $397 setup fee, which is the online meeting that we have with you to meet your agency, who you are, where you compete, name, address, phone number, your agency, companies you represent, get to know you that way. We create these pages, set up the ad accounts, things like that. It's $397. It's only then $82 per month for us to continue doing the work for you. That is in addition to your Facebook ad budget, which is suggested to be $45 a month. So 82 plus 45 is what you're paying per month on the social program. The search program, what we're going to do there is we're going to start out with a website review. We're going to correct those citations, claim those citations, set up those pages, Angie's List, Yelp, Facebook, Google+, Super Pages, and so forth like that. We're going to put a review program in place, helping you get online reviews on a steady basis through ways of quarterly newsletter, for example, providing you with the online reports, and we have the monthly webinar. Program here, again, $397, $97 per month. To have a well-rounded, if you remember from the very beginning here, marketing strategy, you have the traditional channel, and then you have the paid and social channel, and you have the email and, drawing a blank, email and search channel. And so with both of these programs here, you're actually rounding out your marketing program. In addition to the traditional, you have the other 4 digital platforms. So what we're doing is we're combining everything we talked about today into one program, and that's the combo program. With the combo program, it's $697 as a setup, so it's about $100 off the price of them individually, and it's only $132 a month plus your Facebook budget there. But if you look at that combined price, you're saving about $50 a month by combining the programs there. So this is a good platform. If you have not put together a marketing plan for your agency for 2017, this is a good place to start. Now, in addition to what we do here, we do encourage you to still post things of your own on Facebook, to get out there and engage with your audience, to like their post, invite them to your page and things like that. But this is a very, very good base. If you're interested in this, or if you want to learn more, you can visit insurancemarketingpartners.com/PIAW. And on that page, you'll have an outline of these programs, the pricing of the program, bullet points, and so forth. You'll have our contact information. If you have any questions, feel free to call and ask or email. At the bottom of the page is a short form that if you want to get started right away, fill it out, hit the button here, and we'll be in contact to set up an interview and get your agency started on the program. And with that, I'm going to wrap up. This doesn't look like this anymore here in Wisconsin. I think things have changed, but you know, think spring. It's right around the corner. So I don't see any questions on here that came up. So if you have a question, feel free to ask. And yeah, I don't see any there. So with that there, we did record this. What we'll do is we will upload this recording and send out a link to this. If you have questions, please call. Appreciate your time today, and have a great lunch.
Very good, man. Terrific.